Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Aries. This is the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is another reading for the week of April 3rd through 9th. I am back after a little leave of absence, had to deal with some personal stuff, but that's what this energy is all about between the months of March and April 2023. It's all about new cycles, and as we approach this full moon in Libra, it's going to be all about bringing on the new harmonization, balance, and also justice. So that said, we have a lot going on. This reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you have strong Aries placements anywhere throughout your chart, then if any parts of this message resonates, then it's meant for you. Don't try to force anything or make it fit. Understand that energies can be crisscross, flip-flopped, and or reversed. And that everybody encompasses both masculine and feminine energies within them. So it is about balance. Okay, so, and also energy is timeless. So even if you're getting this after April 3rd through the 9th, and like the title of the message resonates, or, any parts of the message does itself, then it's meant for you. Don't let that scare you. So, this week we've got the moon going into Libra on Tuesday, and so that's all about diplomacy, balance, socialization, letting go, and harmony, and also peace and justice. But then we have the full moon in Libra on April 6th, and that's also called the full pink moon. Now, I did a reading at the end of 2022, and it was for the 13 full moons of 2023. And for this month, the cards that I pulled for April, the full pink moon, was Crazy Lace Agate, which is a pretty pink color anyway, and or it has pink, shades of pink in there, and it's all about new cycles. Like, that's legitimately what it's about. So you may be experiencing the endings of something and then the new beginnings of something else. Then I also pulled the Four of Coins or Four of Pentacles. That's about holding on, saving your money. This is also tax season. Like knowing how to spend, the ebb and flow of finances. That's what it's all about. Then Willow may have something to do with it, like a name, or potentially, a willow tree may be significant. Just take it as it resonates. Then I pulled the I'm trying to think, what was it? That it was like a magic oracle, and it was the best possible decision card number 18. The number 18 has been popping up everywhere. You could have an 18-year-old, you could be 18 years old, it could be your birthday, it could be a lucky number, or even like a sports number. So 1 + 8 = 9. That's a very significant, strong number as well. So just you're going to be making the best possible decision for yourself this month in some way, shape, or form. So this is also, moving on, we have the moon entering Scorpio on the 7th, and that's all about finding motivation and taking control, personal power. And then we've got the moon moving into Sagittarius on Sunday, and that's about truth and visions and long-term plans. So this is also a great week to send your prayers and wishes to the gods through smoke or steam. So if you've got like a hot cup of tea or coffee, blowing on it, you see steam, say a wish or a prayer. Same thing with like incense and candles, the smoke. You can do the same thing. It's a form of divination. Okay, so moving on. The song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting the cards ready, Aries, was Girl Is On My Mind by the Black Keys. I love the Black Keys. I'm from Ohio, and that's where they're based from. It says, Girl Is On My Mind, try to unwind. But the girl is on my mind, not one thing that I would not do if you hold me close. If you hold me close to you. Sorry, I was writing fast. I couldn't even read my own writing. So it's just somebody who's missing the other person. You have your mind on somebody, and like you can't stop thinking about this person, and you think about what you would do if you were with that person right now. So that's not for all of you. It's just for some of you, but And it doesn't have to be a girl, it could be a guy, you know, vice versa or whatever, but, you know, you've got somebody on your mind. So take it as it resonates. All right, what do we have for Aries? Getting into this week for April 3rd through 9th, 2023. Aries, please. For their higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. What do we have for Aries, please? All of these cards have been pre-shuffled, but I make sure to do it on camera so you see it. All right, so energy going into this as we shuffle these out is the Page of Cups. This could be a messenger, a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, somebody younger than you. Could be a child. Pages are messengers, and so it could also be like a message of like, you know, something love produced as far as a child, you know. Doesn't have to be. Aries, please. Maybe that's why you've got someone on your mind. All right, starting out, we've got the Nine of Wands energy, and that is Wounded Warrior. So I actually kind of love this energy because it's very like, it's leadership qualities. It's somebody who's been through the highs and the lows, the ins, the outs, the trenches, if you will. And they know how to react and how to manage situations, right? You give them one more staff, one more wand, and they're able to put down all the burdens because they're at the end of their journey. You know, they've already fought the war. But this is just like really, really tired energy, but also very worthy energy. Okay. Then we have the Two of Staffs. And this is, you know, lessons from the past, looking back on the past. Maybe somebody even from the past. So it's like, I feel very much like this is talking about experience and like what type of experience they have in the present from the past, from this Wounded Warrior energy. More Wands, could be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or they could have that somewhere strong in their chart. Okay, what else do we have for Aries, please? Aries. Okay, something flipped. Oh, Justice, okay. So we have the Justice card. That is Libra, Aries, Libra, Aries, why am I saying Aries? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and it's air sign energy. They could have the strong in their chart or be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But this is about, you know, making things fair, making things right. I feel like you may be wanting to make something right, something from the past, something towards someone that has this leadership, like quality. Oh yeah, because then underneath the deck, we've got the Sun. It's going to bring in ultimate happiness for not just yourself, but for the other person, I feel. We're going to clarify this, however. I just saw the World and Five of Pentacles, somebody being left out in the cold and the new cycle starting. What do we have for Aries, please? Yeah, you want to see justice come in for this situation. And I think that it definitely is. Oh, why won't this go together? Okay. We are in Aries right now, so happy birthday to those of you who are celebrating. All right. Oh, goodness. Okay. So underneath the deck, we've got the Devil. So this represents like, it could be a Capricorn. Somebody could have Capricorn in their chart, right? It absolutely could be somebody Capricorn. But this is like toxic energy, somebody who has been possessed by the devil. It doesn't have to be, right? But this is like, it's like an overindulgence or obsession or too much of something or anything, right? It could be too much, like too much alcohol, or, you know, smoking too much, or, you know, anything like that. Or it could even be like overeating, right? But it's too much of something. Now, I feel like this is not the same energy as this Nine of Staffs up here. I feel like it's completely separate energy. Now, this is the sign of Capricorn, so it could be an earth sign, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is just the energy going into it. We're going to shuffle this out, okay? Nine of Staffs. Let's clarify the Nine of Staffs. What is the Nine of Staffs? It could be like energy, a toxic situation, and that's what this is talking about, or that's what this is being clarified. It's a toxic situation. Nine of Staffs, please. Clarify the Nine of Staffs for Aries. Oh, a couple cards fell out. Let's see what we got. Okay, yeah. So first card out is the Five of Cups, and so that's bittersweet energy. Something happened with this leader, with this Nine of Staffs, right? And the Five of Cups is, I call it spilled milk, right? Like something happened, and with the Five of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there's generally 3 cups that have spilled, and there's still 2 cups standing upright. The 3 cups that have spilled is what like somebody is usually crying over, but what they tend to not see is the 2 cups that are still standing upright with, you know, usually full. So it's all about, you know, looking ahead and not looking back. And I feel like that's what this Nine of Staffs energy is like, having the strength and the courage to do, is like not looking back. Even though it's sad what happened, they want to look forward to what's still out there, with that 2 of Cups that's still out there. And this was in the recent past, right? Then we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is all about rest and relaxation, you know, needing to take kind of like a mental wellness break, if you will, like a little R&R, getting some rest, self-care. It's all about self-care, right? And this is, I feel like, you know, again, this was like past energy, or looking back in the past. Maybe this person just needed to take, or maybe they were taking care of themselves. Like, and that's, you know, maybe they're still taking care of themselves. Oh, I just heard they're doing self-care in the present from what happened in the past. They're healing. Yes, they're healing their heart. Exactly. Perfect. Okay. What else? What else do we have for Justice? Okay, that came right out. Oh, wow. So there's going to be a celebration with Justice. So there's going to be a decision made. And it could be between 3 people. And it's going to bring about a sense of justice. This card has been popping out all over the place. It makes sense. This is the week of a full moon. And it's the moon card. And it's number 18. So 18 was one of those numbers that was popping up for the full moon. 1 plus 8 is 9 again. Something could be happening on the 9th of this week. But also it could be happening potentially on the 18th of this month. So the moon is all about secrets, but whatever these secrets are is going to bring a lot of happiness and joy overall. This is like underlying energy, or what you don't see coming. So yeah, you've got some good things coming. It's going to bring happiness to the situation. Maybe a sense of balance and justice as well. And that's what this full moon, notice she's under the full moon. That's like what this is all about. So that's really cool. It's really cool, Aries. Man, I really like your read. I'll tell you what, the fire signs have been kind of bang on. Like, seriously. I have fire in my chart. All right. This is the Divine Circus Oracle for Aries, please. What do we have for this reading? What messages do we have for this reading? Number 12, Alice. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 is about, well, just like this, the 3 of Cups is celebration. Three of Wands is looking ahead. I'm not even going to go into the Three of Swords, but Three of Pentacles is talking about, working together. So I feel like, and Alice, Alice in Wonderland, the storyline is all about, looking beyond the reality of a situation and looking, like, believing in the impossible, right? Absolutely. So working together to make something impossible happen. What you thought was impossible or what wasn't going to happen now magically happens, I think. It's a sense of wonder for sure. Ooh, interesting. And it's because it's the juggler. It's because you're juggling a lot. It's card number 30. 30 could be significant. Something could happen on the 30th of the month. 3 plus 0 equals 3. We're talking about threes right now. Very significant, but you feel like you're balancing a situation. Maybe working, as I say that's clarification. Maybe you're trying to balance a situation or juggle a situation, work as a mediator in a situation, to try to, like, bring peace and balance to something like a juggler, keeping things flowing. So I don't know how to juggle, but I mean, I know how to juggle and balance things, just not actual balls in the air. I can do scarves though. Okay, so let's read what the juggler is actually about. Many projects in the air, aspirations and inspirations everywhere, action to take, commitments to make, and yet another will soon join the fray. Say yes, do not delay. It will all work out in a perfect way. You're capable of many things, and you are too important an asset to the plan of love on this planet to be left idle. So life, the universe, and your own creative urges will ask a lot of you. There will be many inspirations, ideas, and dreams that you will yearn to bring to life in the world. You might wonder if it's all a bit too much for any one person to handle. You might feel that you are juggling so much already that even one more demand or idea comes through, you'll drop the balls in the air and the whole damn thing will come undone. The juggler is the master multitasker. He brings the skills, wisdom and tricks that you need to not only successfully bring to life all your current dreams and ideals, but to be open to even more flowing through you. How can you do this without getting overwhelmed? How can you do this without becoming drained or exhausted? How can you do this without getting stuck in a fantasy and failing to really launch, ground, and build each idea to the physical world? Going through the rigors of taking a dream and turning it into a reality. He has the inside track. He knows 3 tricks on how to make this work. First, if you're overwhelmed, you're letting yourself get ahead of yourself, allowing your mind to move too far into the future. Bring it back to now and just what can be done right now. Secondly, prioritize. Can it be left until later? And thirdly, remember that the Divine Circus is a troupe, a group filled with solo performers, but it is also with their efforts combined that magic is created. So ask for help and remember that your individual success is actually part of the greater group success. The universe wants you to succeed. It will keep an eye on the pots. It will keep an eye on the pots on the boil whilst you still the one that is bubbling over now. The juggler lets you know that you're going to manage all that is going on in your life if you remember to stay present and relax, deal with what is immediately happening, and not to worry about any other distractions. So, yeah, you're juggling a lot right now, dealing with a lot, maybe even dealing with your birthday and celebrations and things of that nature. But that said, you're going to be able to handle it. It's justice is also about balance. And so, threes, it's juggling things or whatever. But I feel like, lean on your friends. You see they're kind of like holding each other's shoulders and stuff. Lean on your friends. Lean on your troop, your group, your squad, maybe your team at work or something like that. Okay? It'll ultimately bring happiness. No one person can do it alone. It takes a village. Maybe even family. Okay, Aries, please. Yarrow, expulsion. And so this is a really great herb to use when you start to feel under the weather. It helps detoxify your system and expel expel, like expulsion of any negative toxins. This is just underneath the deck. I think it's also good for your heart. Okay, so then we've got basil, and that's reconciliation. This is all about that 3 energy. It's working together, partners, trying to make something work. But basil or bay leaf is something that, it's used in soups and stews, and also you can write your manifestations on it and burn the bay leaf, or boil it in like a simmer pot, and oh, it just smells so good. But this is all about reconciliation, so let's read about that. A lonely witch will never do. Call up a friend to share some stew. It's time now for reconciliation. I'll prepare you for the celebration. This magic has worked with harm to none, so mote it be there it is done. You've been rather solitary lately, and a little company would lift your spirits right now. An old friend has been waiting to hear from you, and you too would benefit from another's inspiration and like-mindedness. Don't be surprised if someone from your very distant past turns up, for distant memories of old are relived when this card is presented. A family reunion, a celebration, or a gathering is imminent and marks a period of new understanding and peace. A reconciliation of differences brings an end to hostilities, which will relieve you of your defenses. Meanwhile, let me calm your nerves and reduce any stress that confrontation brings with my powerful medicinal properties. Use me in your spell work for peacemaking and the restoration of harmony as you reconcile with the witch within. It's also used for a stomach tonic for digestive problems, stress, and detoxing. And it dates back all the way to like the ancient Greeks. It was a symbol of mourning and is greatly revered. So yeah, maybe use some basil or bay leaves in your cooking for sure. All right, Aries, that is what I have for you. So you may be reconciling with somebody in order to form a partnership or work something out that's ultimately, going to bring happiness. It may be kept quiet because you've got this moon card here. It may be hush hush. But ultimately, I do see like there could be some kind of justice coming in. If this message resonates at all, make sure that you drop a comment below. If you are interested in a personal read, also check out the description below and contact me. Reach out to my email and we can set something up. I am doing specials all throughout the month of April for 420. So go check that out, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you being here. Drop a tip or donation to help the channel grow. Blessings in advance if you do. And with that, guys, I hope you have a blessed and peaceful week. See you later. Peace.